Welcome here, everybody. Got another great episode, interview showcase for Vasilis Petropoulos. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, you did.
VGlobal Media, the legend, marketing Maverick. He does tons of stuff. So, how are you doing today, Vasilis? And can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your business?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for the intro. Crazy intro. It's been a busy day, pretty good. But yeah, as you mentioned, my name is Vasilis. I'm 19 years old. I'm here. I live in Toronto. And as you mentioned, I own VGlobal Media, a software company designed especially for home service companies and construction companies, tailored to make their marketing easier and automated.
Yeah. And yeah, you've got a special software developed that helps contractors with like Facebook ads, 3-click Facebook ads, I think was one thing that you had going. So kind of you've done all the heavy lifting and all the hard work, which I love. I'm a big systems guy. So the easier you can make things, the better, where it's more automatic. So we'll be diving into that and how you help contractors, how people can find out more about the software and utilize it to, drive clients to their business. So I think everybody can agree, like, especially contractors are out there, you're busy, you got a million and one things to do. The less marketing they have to do, the better. The more someone else can do the marketing, the better. So what are some ways that you can set up automations or like save contractors time with their marketing?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the whole point of the automation is obviously to save time, but also to save the contractors money, right? Like if you want to hire an agency to do everything that you need as a company, you need $6,000 to $8,000, right? So a lot of companies don't have that. So that's what my software does. It comes in and it automates everything. So then the only thing you have to do is we set everything up for you. You pay for the software, and then everything else is automated. So a couple of the things, I'll just say a couple of them. Is one of them is missed call text back. So that being if you missed a call because you're on site, you're doing work, we will automatically send your lead within 30 seconds a text, saving that warm lead for later on when you're ready to go, text them back. That saves there's a lot of times calls break up for no reason. They can be signal, they can hang up early, you can be busy, as I said. So this is just great just to save the lead, so you can later on, instead of them leaving and calling somebody else, they'll wait for you, because that's what our text says, right? We'll call you later. And then we got frequently asked questions automations. So I know contractors hate people always asking them the same questions, how much do you charge, or where are you located, or when are you available? We can set those frequently asked questions and answer them with a bot. So then when somebody in any channel, Facebook, Instagram, Google, SMS, sends you a text message talking about, hey, how much do you charge? The bot will pick up those keywords and will answer with what you've told us to put for that answer. And that saves a lot of time. Second, another one is social media planner. So that is, planning your posts ahead of time. That's setting up your posts for ahead of time. You can create them once and set them up for months on, instead of having to always worry every week, hey, I got to post twice on Facebook, twice on this. Oh, what's so? And then another huge one is following up and nurturing your leads. Is like one of the most important things I see contractors not do actually is, once you get a lead, how many times do you call them before you close them, right? And once you close them, what do you do after that? Or if you don't close them, what happens to them after? A lot of people just throw them away. They're like, oh, they're done. You got to follow up with them. You got to send them emails every month, because they might not be ready now. They might be ready in 6 months. So that's what our system does. You let it go and you will just follow up with them automatically. And you don't have to worry about how many leads you have to follow up with. And to finish things off, one of the last and most cool things we're working on right now, hopefully by the time this video is out, this will be out. But we're working on an AI assistant. So what that will do is, it's like the frequently asked question automation, but on a next level. It can really sell for you on text message and do everything. So any question you have about your company, we will program it to answer it. It will redirect it to sites and pages, and it can also book you meetings in your calendar and send you confirmation emails and contact you with people that only are here for your job. For example, I know a lot of people hate marketers, just spamming the Facebook inbox and just going, hey, do you want free advertising? The AI will take care of that. It will talk to them, but it will only notify you when somebody actually wants a quote, a free estimate, anything of that sort. So that's coming out pretty soon. It's hard. We're working on it, and hopefully by the time the video is out, that's out too.
Awesome. Yeah. So lots of powerful technology, pretty much, but streamlined and made easy, right? Like that's the whole idea, is that we're like utilizing all these different technologies in one platform. The goal is to follow up with, clients, potential clients, keep track of everybody, be able to do all your marketing, and use some of these like higher level things like AI and texting and callbacks and all that. So yeah, really cool stuff. If people want to check out like a link, there is a link in the description. We'll put up Vasilis' contact information there if you want to reach out to him. So just a reminder, I've used the software. I use it with my business as well, and it's been incredible. Like I really enjoy having everything in one place, and it's really cool. And one thing that is nice is email. So email marketing is one of like like the oldest kind of digital online marketing kind of mediums that anybody's used. And it's still like super powerful, super effective, and something that it's essentially easy and is generally like gold in the mine for so many contractors. Because if you've been in business for a couple years or, a couple decades, you've got a contact list that probably is kind of cold. You maybe did a job for them, a couple years ago, or they contacted you and they ended up going with somebody else, but you still got their contact information. You can still, market to them and warm up those leads again. So what kind of email marketing strategy do you see being effective for contractors, or what are ways that they could, warm up those old kind of cold leads that maybe they forgot about?
Yeah, you're right on. And I know you love email marketing, and you should, just like everyone should. And I think like service-based businesses, just like contractors and home service businesses, really forget the power of email marketing, right? And I think where it plays in is, as I talked about before, saving those leads, right? Say you advertise, say you get referrals. Any way you get inbound, lead inbound, if you don't close the lead or you don't do the job, you should put them in an email list where you hit them up every month, reminding them that you're there, your services are there, your pricing is there, you're there to support them for their needs. And then that will itself produce, purchases and what's so. So what I do with my clients when they sign up, we give them a 1 year ready, done for you email package. So it consists of 20 emails, almost 2 emails a month. And when they come in, because we know how important it is to warm up the email, all the tech side behind it, we warm them up, we get them a domain, we do everything for them. That's a part of our setup fee. And then we give them, as I said, 20 emails, 2 emails a month. That ensures everything's automatic. So what they just have to do is focus on getting in leads with our system again. And then that will be taken care of with our automatic, email center. But if if you're someone that kind of wants to do it by themselves and doesn't want to get a dedicated software for that, I would just recommend create a list and just send 1 email a month out. Try to do that as best as your ability, because it will create more sales for you. And it is very powerful to have an audience that you can target anytime you want with any promotion you want. So
yeah. And even if you're not using like the VGlobal Media software, there's lots of like email marketing services, free services and stuff like that out there. No reason not to be utilizing email marketing for your contracting business. And it is really simple. You don't have to necessarily be creating content every month. Like I know me back when I was running my contracting business, it was a grind because I had so much stuff to do in the business all the time. I didn't really want to sit down and write out an email, but there's so many better ways nowadays to do it. And the thing is, you can have like, I forget exactly what it's called, but essentially like everything set up so that when you add a new client, they're not like necessarily getting the email every month that you're sending out. There's already a sequence of like 10, 20 emails that they'll just get drip fed, throughout the next, 12 months or what have you. You don't have to be creating new content constantly, every month for everybody. It's like you can have it all set up. So yeah, super effective, save you time and really warm up leads and keep you top of mind, which is what it's all about. Because with contracting, there's a lot of clients who maybe aren't ready, or just, something comes up or whatever. It's like more than they thought. And then in a year or 2 years, all of a sudden, that now things have changed. They got a kid or they've got a promotion, and now they want that new sunroom or deck or, basement finished or whatever. So very cool. Another thing that you do, like one of your specialties, is Facebook advertising. And of course, Facebook advertising costs money. You got to pay for the ads and run the ads. So what are some things that you do, or some tips to have a positive, return on investment, to make sure that the money that is getting spent is actually, producing profit and revenue for the contractor?
Yeah, for sure. Nice topic, by the way. So I mean, let me start by saying some of the problems of why contractors usually don't advertise. Okay, one is money, but the other one is being Facebook ad manager. That thing is, it's very confusing to go in there and actually launch an ad at the right time, and then it takes it's a hustle, even for me. So I know you mentioned before, that's why we have in our software, we have a feature where you just go select the templates we have already built and tested. You just select it, you press, you put like your budget, whatever, and you change up the wording if it doesn't apply to your company, and then you just press launch, and we just launch, and it connects to ads manager, and it does all that for you. But if you don't have that, obviously learning how the ad manager works is necessary. There's a lot of tutorials out there. I will be putting one in the future too, but go look at one, just follow the steps correctly. But I think as far as like creating an ad that works, everybody is missing is an offer. So what I mean by that is contractors think that you can just go on there, put an ad of like what they do, and then like the creative, and then write a little bit about the company and send it out, and people will just storm in and start, hitting your phone number. But that's not the case, Everybody's on social media, they're scrolling. It's fast paced. You gotta grab their attention, and you gotta tell them why they need your company, why they have to take time out of their day to call your phone number. And the best way to do this was an offer. One of our best campaigns worked because it was a 25% off offer, or you can do a $500 voucher or a $1,000 voucher. Now, a little secret is you don't necessarily need to actually drop your pricing by $1,000. If you go in and you look at a bathroom and you want to fix a bathroom and it's normally $10K and they claim that $1,000 voucher, you go and you tell them it's $11,000, but because they claimed the voucher, now it's $10. So doing something like this, when somebody scrolls and they see that type of thing, they're like, oh, I want to get my bathroom renovated. But why would I go to anyone else when this guy will give me $1,000 off? So that's where I think offer plays a big role. Now, having a good copy and creative also plays a big role, but I mean, you can have a bad creative and a bad copy and a good offer and get many leads, and have a good creative and a good copy with a bad offer and not get enough. So, that's that. And then as far as the creative goes, I would just suggest a before and after. Keep it simple. You don't even need a logo up there. Just get a nice before and after picture showing exactly what you do. Get a good offer. Talk a little bit on the copy about your business and just launch that thing. And then you'll see actually leads coming in. And that's why a lot of ads don't work, is because people don't put offers and don't put the time to actually learn what it takes to grab an audience,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I've worked with contractors who have done offers like, free backsplash with your kitchen, something that maybe doesn't cost you a ton of money, but is valuable nonetheless to the client, and, can grab some attention. So definitely some good advice there. Other things I've heard about is having offers and then having landing pages specific to that offer. Instead of just sending them to your website where it shows like all the different services you do, or all the, like, they see all this different stuff. If it's like a kitchen offer, then you send them to like a kitchen specific landing page talking about, kitchens before and afters and stuff like that. So Facebook, the advertising going directly to the service or offer that's being offered just kind of keeps it all niched, and the client doesn't get confused or lost in the shuffle. Yeah, right on. So, every contractor, every business essentially wants to learn ways, how do I get more leads, right? How do I get the phone ringing? How do I have the right people calling me or connecting with me to take, to buy my service? So what's your kind of like your top two suggestions for driving more leads for contractors?
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things about three, so I'll say three. Okay.
Sure.
One being, we already discussed about it, advertising. And when I talk about advertising, it doesn't have to be necessarily Facebook ads. It's putting your business out there online. Everything's online now. You need your business out there. You need to be on Instagram. You need to be on Facebook. You need to be on Google. You need to be posting there, letting people know what you do, and that you need to establish your presence. Okay. That's number one. And then another one is following up with your current leads and the leads you have generated before from Facebook ads or from referrals that you didn't close, following up with. And a lot of times when contractors say, I want more leads, they always look at the new stuff, but it's very simple to go in your contacts and hit up the people that you never closed and see if they actually end up getting their bathroom renovated, and then you'll be surprised of how many people didn't, and how many extra sales you can get from existing, leads. And then the final thing is simply just do a good job, like you go in there, you give the customer a great customer experience, you do a good job in what you promised you would do, and then they'll refer you 100%, like also I would suggest, that's what we do with our business we work with. We give them a referral program, meaning the customer will get something out for referring, maybe $100 Amazon card or anything like that, right? It's a small gift for what they give you is the client, So I highly suggest everybody having a referral program. And yeah, as I said, just do a good job. You get some referrals, put your business out there online, and just follow up with current leads. I think every contracting business did that. Nobody would be struggling right now. That's what I think.
Yeah. Business and sales, it really boils down to relationships. If you can be following up with past clients or even past just prospects, is huge. And it doesn't have to be like you're calling them every week to chit chat. It's just like, every 6 months or once a year, just calling them and checking in. And, I know I was guilty for this with my contracting companies. Like, you're always trying to advertise and grow and bring in new clients. And sometimes you don't think to call the clients that you've had in the past, because it's just easier, I guess, to work with new clients that are like, looking for your service. But even just following up and just checking in with clients from the past, especially if you've done work for them and they were like higher end clients or your ideal clients, just call them 5-10 minutes and just say like, hey, how's it going? How's the kids? You guys going on vacation this summer? Whatever. Just like, want to check in, still happy with your renovation or the painting we did or whatever. And then, that's it. Like, so few people get those kind of calls, and you can like stand out. You're gonna be the first person they think of for sure whenever they need that service or have friends or family that need that service. So,
exactly.
That's huge for sure. So I'm big on software and systems. Your CRM system is like pretty incredible. So like, what would be your advice for contractors to use a CRM software such as yours, without getting super frustrated or, trying to use it effectively, I guess is my question. Like, I've used different CRMs over the years, and I know other people that do. They say they have one, but they don't really use it or don't realize it. So what would be like your suggestion to actually like using software properly and effectively without, getting super frustrated with like all the techie stuff?
Okay. So do you think mining specifically or in general CRM systems?
Both. So
Okay.
yeah, I guess general, plus if you want to like talk about specifics with the global media software, then
okay. So first I'll go generic, and then I'll be like, I would probably say if it's a well-known software, there's a lot of tutorials online. I'm high on YouTube. YouTube is a very good source of education, of course. So and then what I would say is putting that time forward instead of saying I'll do it later. Sit down for like 1, 2, 3 hours, really get it down, understand how this works, because then it will pay off later on. If later on you see that you missed out on a feature or you're learning new stuff and you're getting frustrated, you're losing time, which is money, and you're losing leads probably because you didn't know the features you actually had. So what I would suggest is actually kind of get obsessed over it in the first 1, 2 days. Really learn how your business will be new with it, and put it in your business early on, because a lot of people, as you said, they have a CRM, they don't even use it, they don't know how to use it. So what I would say is the moment you get it, implement it to your business right away. Put your contacts on there, figure out from now on, when I don't close a lead, how do I come here and set it up in a way where I can follow up with them, or I can track everything. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest a beginning. And now for my software, VGlobal Media, we do spend a lot of time with our clients, especially the first month. We're heavy on. And that's if you don't purchase our done-for-you services, because there's a package out there where we do everything for you. So you don't really need to know how to use your CRM system. We do it for you. So there's also that. But for people that don't want that, they just want the simple subscription, we do spend a good amount of time the first month really showing you what you need to know and what really matters. And for you to understand the process between getting a lead, nurturing it, and closing it, the whole thing through our software, right? So we make sure we do that. We also have great support. You can call, text anytime. And on top of that, we have a lot of tutorials too. So you can go in, watch the tutorials, learn how to do it yourself as well. So I think for my software, there's great of support, and there shouldn't be a reason why a week or even a month later, you shouldn't be a master of what the software can do, if you're willing to put the time into it.
Yeah, definitely leverage the software, like support or tutorials. Like most software out there, especially if you're paying for it, they have some sort of customer support or like a big database of like how-tos. And it's just a matter of kind of diving into it and figuring out, putting some time aside. And that time that you put into it is, going to be increased exponentially, right? Like you put, whatever, a couple hours or even a couple days or weeks into it, it's going to now save you time, for the future years of being able to utilize it effectively. Definitely like chunk it down as well. I mean, I apply this to everything, like, especially when I'm doing systems with a business. Like to fully systemize a business is a huge undertaking. But if we can like say like, okay, we're going to get your email marketing in place and get that system set up, or we're going to get your employee hiring in place, we're going to set up that system. So like figure out what's a priority, chunk it down. Like with marketing, it's probably like you want to start at the top of the funnel and then kind of, work your way towards the sale or whatever, as far as like getting the system set up. But yeah, chunk it down, start with the priority and kind of, build things out and stick with it, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, hiring someone like yourself to obviously, do this, everything and set it up for you is a game changer, and getting a professional to do it is also they're just going to know things from experience and doing so many, different types of businesses that are just going to make things so much easier and effective.
The thing is, even if people cannot, go for those services, all exclusive, whatever, a lot of companies have assistants, and it's very easy for any software, including mine, to talk to your assistant, hey, or set aside some time for her to learn CRM, for her to manage your client relationship, So it's very easy just to do that. Tell her that obviously might, increase your wage or whatever, but it's worth it in the long run, as you said, because those connections that you build and all that, for sure.
Yeah, great point. Like instead of asking how do I do this, ask who can do this, right? And if you have an assistant or maybe even one of your kids or whoever, a nephew, niece, or whatever, like somebody else like that could start doing some of this stuff for you probably. Thanks so much, Vasily, for coming on here, sharing with us about your software and marketing and how we can just essentially get more leads into our business. What's the best way for people to reach out and connect with you?
So the best way would probably be go down the link below to my website, book a free call, and we'll get right on it. We'll talk about your business and see how we can help you. That's probably the best best way you can get through to me.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, check the link in the description below. Click on it. Schedule a call with Silly here, and he'll hook you up and help you out with any questions and whatever you need to skyrocket your leads and marketing and sales. So thanks so much. See you all. Thanks for watching. Cheers.